How many people do you know of that have driven off with the gas nozzle still connected to their car? Hi, I'm Aiden Sesmat with Peak Automotive Systems. This past year, I had the opportunity to sit down with a local gas station owner and ask him $1 million question. What is the biggest problem in your industry? They simply respond with this. People are still driving off with the gas nozzle connected to their car. I did some research. Come to find out, there's 168,000 gas stations in the United States. This problem happens on average once a month at every gas station, totaling to over $2 billion in damage for the industry. Fast forward a year and I've designed a patent-pending product that will no longer allow the vehicle to start unless the driver removes the gas nozzle and closes the gas flap. Untraditional solution, but with the potential to make $20 million annually by licensing this product to automobile manufacturers while also saving hundreds of thousands of gallons of fuel from spewing from the pumps all around the nation. This product costs less than $5 to implement into vehicles. Last year alone, there was 18 million vehicles sold in just the United States. After many preliminary patent searches, nothing like this has been found on the market. In the following weeks, I had the opportunity to sit down with local congressmen that believe that the EPA were to find out about this, they will simply make it mandatory in all vehicles. Today, I'm asking for $90,000 for 10% equity in my company. This product's at a pivoting point, and I'm looking to move forward. Thank you. Either works. So. All right, sounds good.
So being one of those idiots that have driven off with
all right.
Not really my problem. I drove off and came back and threw it on the.
Right.
But in the auto industry, you've got they won't even put a bolt cover somewhere to stop a gas tank from exploding. So how do you expect them to throw $5 into a problem that doesn't exist for them unless somehow you can get this mandated?
Right, so I actually just found out 2 days ago I already have meetings set up with the EPA to begin this process. The EPA has a huge incentive to make it mandatory because of the hundreds of thousands of fuel that are lost. This original gas station owner I met with, he told me about one problem, just 1 month that this actually happened to him. Cost 52 gallons of gasoline to be spilt on the ground, as well as $350,000 for just for this one fix. On average, you're looking at closer to $1,000 at a fix. I had someone bring up the other day, well, what happens when they have the disconnectors right at the top? Those only work 33% of the time. And when they do work, you still have all the fuel that's connected in them that then spill out onto the ground. And then you have to hire someone to come out to hook it back up because it's a safety regulation. You can't just have an employee walk out there and just snap it back on. So that's kind of where we're heading. So yeah.
So why not create a product for the gas station owners that you're selling to them, since it's really more their pain?
Absolutely. So he had the same question yesterday. And so, he even said, and the original gas station owner I sat down with, when I asked them about the problem, they're like, yeah, it would be cool to put in some beeping system or alarm system that tells the driver, hey, you need to pull it out. Well, first off, they already have a little sign that says remove the gas nozzle before you start to drive. That's not working. Secondly, a beeping system or something like that, sure, that would be all right. But the thing is the problem's not with the gas station. The gas station's not doing anything wrong. The problem is that the car's allowed to move. So if we can prevent the car from moving, we've solved the problem indefinitely.
Is this still relevant with electric charging?
Yeah, so that's another question I get quite frequently. Right now it is still relevant with that capability. With that being said, the electric car industry right now is 0.5% of cars on the road. So it's very minimal. Will it grow? Absolutely, and I think there's a lot of advertising to make that happen, but yeah.
So exactly how would this stop the car from, is it a switch that they would put
Yeah,
in?
so it's kind of give, I guess, away some of the secrets of it. So I'm kind of hesitant to do so. But anyway, it's a switch that is installed. I need a diagram to show you, but in the outer corner of where the gas platform hit. So we had many people say, okay, well, what if we did this or what if we did this? And I said, there's 100 different ways you could do it, right? This way is the cheapest and most efficient, as well as it's the safest for you to do. My switch right now is currently installed in my vehicle behind 2 firewalls from the gas tank. Some people are like, oh, well, what if we just put it to where when you have the gas nozzle in the car or in the actual canister, it would prevent the car from driving off. Well, then you're wiring electricity straight to the gas. So you can't do that. So there's a kind of a variety of things. But yeah, so I have a switch that runs in between the back hatch of my car, the fuel flap, and the battery and the starter. And the patent kind of covers a wide variety of things.
From a timing perspective, so even if the EPA were to, require that auto manufacturers would like include this, they usually have like a window,
lag, right?
Which could be years.
It could be, yeah. And so, and we believe that if we can get the investment needed, I could have it internationally patented and finish out the patent here in the United States within about 3 months. With not patented, patent pending. And then the lag time would be, I think, roughly 2 to 3 years. You would see your investment returned in around 4. Yeah, 4 to 5. So, yeah.
So you mentioned that you have it on your vehicle now?
Currently, yes.
And so you installed it yourself?
I did all the wiring.
So how difficult is it to do it without being part of the manufacturer? Because, car sales, or people are using Uber now, they're not buying as many cars. And
Okay.
the lag and the fact that, what about all the cars on the road today? Is there any?
Yeah, so you could do an aftermarket solution, right? But here's the thing, if you said you drove off with the gas nozzle, would you go out and would you spend $3 to go, or, okay, how about this, would you spend $3 to then, on the product, and then have it $50 for it to be implemented into your vehicle?
Well, again, it wasn't my problem, I just threw the thing out.
Right,
and drove off.
exactly. So no, you could mass manufacture it that way and give it to your auto parts stores and do all that. The simplicity of it though is that it would cost the automobile industry, it's less than $5. The math is about $1.80. I put in about an extra $3 because who knows, you have the labor fees and all those other things. The actual unit itself is $1.80. So, any other questions? Yeah.
You worry about a second mover coming in, just basically making technology that does what you do, except it's just to close the gas cover. If you close the gas cover, then there can't possibly be the nozzle in there. Plus, some of us, I've never driven off with the nozzle in there, but I've certainly driven off with the gas cover
Right.
flapping.
So
Is
mine
there
stops
something about
all of that. Yes.
Okay.
It's all in one. So
Okay.
it makes your car have to have the gas pipe closed, which is another EPA thing. The EPA mandated that the EVAP system is in cars. EVAP system sucks the fuel vapors and pushes it into the engine so that they can't leak out into the environment. So even when you start your car, you can't do that. And then, there was one more point I was gonna make, but kind of left.
So your main value proposition is you do both the gas flow and mitigate some of the environmental issues if.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I had a question I get quite frequently is, okay, well, what happens if you're driving down the road and your gas flap were to open, right? You lose all power to your car. No, the way it's wired in, once your car is started, your car will start indefinitely until you stop. So that stops all the hazard of that. Is there any other questions? All right, thank you guys.
Okay, excellent job, contestants.